Hi, ladies. It's Beth from Be Styled, and I'm coming to you live for Tipsy Tuesday on Tuesday evening. Welcome. Wanted to get in and talk to you live before the big baseball game starts. I know we have a lot of Houston fans out there, and I've become a band. Sox aren't in the game, aren't in the series. Ah, freezing. All right, I'm trying new technology here. I am on my laptop, and I just hope it works. So if you're here, say hello. Let me know if you can hear me, and I welcome you. It's a disgusting rainy night here in the Boston area, so hopefully you're someplace dry and warm and can hang out with me for a couple minutes. Tonight's Tipsy Tuesday, I am talking about when to spend, when to save, and when to even splurge, and talking about, how to spend your clothing budget wisely and give you some simple, easy tips. That's what I'm all about, simplifying things. Again, if you're here, let me know that you're here. I don't know if I can tell if you're here or not. I see people are here. I just don't see usually I see a scroll of comments, but I don't know where that is. Anyway, I look like I stuck my finger in the socket and I look tired, but I got my hair done yesterday and I decided to save money on a cut and a blowout. So I came home with soaking wet hair and let it air dry and messed around with it a little today, and it's crazy. It's growing by the minute, but whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, let's get started. When to spend, when to splurge, and when to save. Okay, now I see people are joining. Hi, everyone. I'm going to start with just some basic philosophy about this. First off, I talk about the essentials. That's the number one place. There's 10 items on the essentials list that I've linked to a place where you can download my personal list of 10 essentials. This isn't for everyone. There's not a list that applies to every single person, but these are my 10 foundational items that I really think will make it easier for you to get dressed if you have them. And these are items that are seasonless. They work year round. I wear my 10 items weekly, almost daily. For example, striped top is on it. Weekly, almost daily. And because these are closet workhorses, it pays to invest in them and not to get the cheapest thing. Get timeless, classic essentials that you can wear year round for multiple years. Okay, so that's number one. I harp on it all the time. I'm not going to harp on it again tonight because you're going to get bored of that speech. I know, but it's important. The foundations, right? So that's number one. Number two, I want you to think of it this way. You're going to splurge on the inside and the outside. And by the inside, I mean your bra and underwear, but mostly your bra. You don't want to skimp on your bra. You want a couple really good, perfect for you bras. And it pays to pay for them, to spend decent money on them. Get a fitting, go to Nordstrom, go to Joe Karen if you're local, and get the best bras for your body that you can afford. Okay, if there's one thing that completely changes the way clothes look on you, it would be your bra. You want to lift the girls up, all right? You want to do all the things to them that a really good bra can do. And a really cheap bra is not going to do it as well. So spend some money on the bra, that's your inside. Spend money on your outside, and by that I mean your jackets and your coats. Jackets. By jackets, I mean blazers. If you wear blazers, and I love blazers, I've got a very casual lifestyle. I still love to have some blazers because they just elevate a look. They add structure to a look. If you love loose blouses that kind of have some flow and movement, a blazer immediately gives you some structure, gives your figure some structure, flatters your figure. But a cheap blazer, a really inexpensive, I'm not going to name names, but really inexpensive blazer that maybe your 18-year-old daughter could get away with wearing, it's not going to fit and flatter women our age. It's going to look cheap, and it's not worth it. It's better to have one or two really well-tailored, well-made blazers than a whole bunch of cheap ones. Okay, so again, less is more when it comes to blazers. And that's a place to splurge. That's where, you know, a blazer is a great place to invest some money, especially if it's a classic blazer. If it's your classic black blazer, tweed, plaid, you know, or of a solid color that you love, gray, blush, it's a great place to invest. You don't need a million of them. You don't need 5 or 10, 2 or 3, depending on your lifestyle, maybe less, maybe more. So inside bra, outside blazers. And coats. That's the other thing on the outside. Your coat. Winter's coming. When you think about your winter coats, you don't want to skimp on those, especially if you live in a cold climate. You want it to do its job. But purely from a fashion standpoint or an appearance standpoint, everyone sees you coming in your coat and they see you going in your coat. So you want it to be good. This is a good place to invest some money. Go on Poshmark or to a consignment store and get a really good quality coat if you want. That applies to blazers too. You know, if you're on a tight budget and you want quality, go to Poshmark, go to The Real, go to a great consignment store in your area and find a really great quality coat and blazer for less money. But those are 2 areas that it pays to spend some money. Inside, outside, splurge. Okay, with me? Number 2, spend. You're going to spend on down lower. So below the belt, let's say. You're going to spend on your pants or jeans and your shoes. I've said it before, shoes define the style in a lot of ways. You can take a $20 dress from Target and put on an amazing pair of shoes and you just elevated your look. You just elevated that dress. On the flip side, you could take a, you know, $200 dress from Nordstrom and put on a pair of cheap, beat up, out of style shoes and that dress just falls flat. So shoes, I believe in a less is more approach to shoes. I'm sorry to all you Imelda Marcoses out there. You know who I'm talking to. But shoes are not a place to collect a million pairs of inexpensive shoes. You're better off getting good quality shoes. You know, I recommend having your basic essential shoes and then maybe 1 pair per season that's kind of a fun, trendy shoe. And on the fun, trendy one, yeah, you can go less expensive. I mean, even go to Target or get an inexpensive shoe if it's sort of trendy, because it's fun to have, but you don't need to spend a fortune on those shoes. But your everyday shoes, your black, your taupe, your booties, your boots, buy the best quality shoe in those categories that you can afford. Okay, and then the second thing on the bottom, working your way up, in specific, your jeans and pants, jeans and like your basic pants. You don't want to skimp on those either, girlfriends, really. Jeans, I know it's easy to get tempted to just go buy really cheap jeans. But when it comes to those essential, your essentials, say your dark wash jean that's perfect for you, whether it's a boot cut or a skinny or a straight leg, whatever. I can't tell you what it is because everyone's different, but you need to figure out, and I can help, your best style of jean, and you really need to invest in at least 1 pair, probably a dark wash. If you're going to just have 1 pair of sort of a premium denim, it's worth it. Talk to any of your friends who have gone over to the side of premium. It took me a while to get there. Paige jeans, I remember when I first got Paige jeans and I paid a ridiculous amount of money for it, and it was shocking to me. I have since gone on and actually found Paige jeans on eBay and Poshmark cheap. I have no problem buying used jeans if they fit me and I know it's a brand I like. Why not? You wash them. It's not like you're going to get anyone's cooties. So be smart about it. Find your premium denim brand that works for your unique body and then invest in a pair of premium denim. And I promise you, you will feel a difference. They hold up better. They don't lose their shape. They don't fade. They just fit better. The pocket placement is better. The cut is better. The seaming, the workmanship on them is better. Now, let's say you want to try a trend. Let's say you want to try some distressed jeans, which I know is controversial. A lot of us wouldn't be caught dead in distressed jeans. I have gone over to the dark side and I did buy a pair of distressed jeans, but for those I did go to American Eagle and got them for a song. They're fine. They're a trend. They're not my go-to jeans, but they're fun and I kind of wanted to have that distressed look. So for that I did go with an inexpensive brand. So I'm okay with that. If you want to try a trend, whether it's a kick crop or some, new trend, when it comes to trends, I do usually recommend going on, saving some money on those. But for your everyday jeans, for your go-to, these are my best jeans, spend some money. I see people are joining. Unfortunately, I can't see anyone's name because I don't have my glasses on. But thank you all for joining. Say hello. Tell me where you are. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if I'm not making any sense or if you can't hear me. But working our way to, we've gone through splurge, splurging on the inside and the outside, spending on the bottom, shoes and pants. Now we're going to talk about saving, areas to save. Okay, I'm going to go to my notes just so I don't forget anything. Saving. First of all, on your top, I'm not telling you to go out and buy a million T-shirts on the folded tables at Target, but I am going to tell you that things like T-shirts are a good place to save money because we are tough on T-shirts. We get stains on T-shirts. We get, the yellow underarm on T-shirts. T-shirts get snagged and ripped, or, people get sick on them. If you have babies or grandchildren, things happen to them. I'm frozen. I'm back. So things like your everyday T-shirts, layering basics like that, definitely. You don't need to splurge or spend on those. Go save your money on those pieces. Don't go buy 100 different shirts in the different colors or 15 black shirts. Be smart about it, but that's an area where, yes, go ahead and save. Something like a statement top, the holidays are coming. It's fun to have a really great going out statement top. That's an area, maybe you're not going to splurge on it, but you might want to spend on it. You might want to spend a little more money and find something that you love, that you can wear to multiple holiday parties. Maybe it's something that's versatile that you can change the look of by adding a wrap or a blazer or a cardigan or different accessories. But maybe it's, it's a velvet top or something with sequins. It's worth spending on those pieces because if you go really cheap or inexpensive on that kind of top, it can look cheap and inexpensive. And if you're getting all dolled up and dressed up, you don't want to throw on a top that looks cheap and inexpensive, right? Because we are not cheap and inexpensive girls out there, are we? No, we're not. So don't look like one. No. All right, but your tees, tanks, knits, things like that, go ahead and save on them, on those layering pieces especially. Now, cashmere sweaters, that's something you don't need a ton of, but maybe you want to have one great cashmere sweater. On my essentials list, I recommend a gray or a neutral color V-neck cashmere sweater. There are great places to get those now that aren't as expensive as they used to be, where you can get great quality cashmere affordably. Everlane is my go-to favorite these days. I love that company. I will link my favorite cashmere sweater on this video. But for the most part, your tops, layering pieces are a good place to save. Things like scarves, fantastic place to save. Scarves are just so fun and easy, and they can be inexpensive and not look it if you pick them correctly, if you pick them well. And my advice there is just go with what you like. If you're in line at the store and you see a scarf and it's $9.99 and you're like, oh my gosh, that's my favorite color, my favorite pattern, I love it, it speaks to me, grab it. It's worth it because it's going to elevate your basics. Your basic tops can be elevated with a scarf, but you don't need really expensive scarves. You also don't need 100 scarves. You need maybe 2 or 3 tops per season, depending on how much of a scarf girl you are. So that's a great place to save. And they give a lot of bang for your buck. Scarves do. But what am I going to tell you gives you the biggest bang for your buck? You know what I'm going to say. Jewelry, accessories, in addition to scarves. I cannot say it enough. You can take your basics that you're going to download on my link here, your 10 essential basics. You can take those pieces and mix them and match them. Throw in the items from my fall style system or any of my seasonal style systems to add some color and interest each season. You can take those that finite amount of clothing. You don't need a lot of clothes, ladies. You can take that, say it's 36 pieces of clothes for a season. You can take those pieces, if they all mix and match, which they should, and just have so much fun every day getting dressed when you have good accessories. This is an area where I don't want to say less is more. Sometimes more is more when it comes to accessories and jewelry, because they are fun. They are your chance to shine, to show your personality, to have add some playfulness to your basics. Here's a little lecture. I mean, I have in the past bought very inexpensive jewelry. It would catch my eye at Old Navy or Target. Target actually has pretty good jewelry sometimes, but those pieces are not lasting me. I have them. I might wear them once or twice, and then they either break or I'm over them. So that's not really a great use of your money. What I have changed my approach, and as a result, I actually joined Stella & Dot years ago. I think it's been 3 years since I started as a stylist for Stella & Dot, because I resisted Stella & Dot for years. Back in the day, I was like, I'm not spending $78 on a necklace that I can, go to someplace and get a comparable, a similar, or some sort of necklace for $19.99. I have learned from my mistakes. I have done the research, and Stella & Dot costume jewelry is better. It is higher quality. It has amazing designs. It is in many cases, handmade. They have earrings that are like $49 that take somebody like a couple hours to make. I read they're amazing craftsmanship that goes into their jewelry. And they just do a great job with design. Their quality is there. Pieces do not turn. Their silver doesn't turn black. Their gold doesn't turn black. I have pieces that I've had for 5 years. I mean, that's when I started buying it. And it looks exactly the same today as it did 5 years ago. It is worth it. It is worth it to me to spend the extra money and have a piece that you love, that you can put on and know it doesn't look chintzy or cheap or, too chintzy. It looks quality. It looks great. It looks like an amazing piece. You could go on the news as an anchor wearing these pieces and look fantastic. Kendra Scott is another example of costume jewelry that is worth the extra cost because it's good and it will last you a lifetime. And you will never feel like, oh, does this look cheap? Am I okay? Is this too much? Because they get the design right. Okay. So if you're going to invest in 1 or 2 great necklaces, I tell you, I recommend Stella & Dot. And if you want, if I can help you pick things out, it's a little bit of an ad because yes, I do sell it, but I sell it because I believe in it. And it's pretty much all I wear for the most part. I'm wearing it right now. This is a great 2-tone necklace that adjusts so you can make it longer, shorter. That's what I love about their stuff, is so much of it is adjustable and versatile, so you can change the look of it. So you're really getting like the equivalent of multiple pieces for one. My bracelet here is from Stella & Dot. Isn't that cool? This one. And these 2 are from Stella & Dot. I love piling on some bracelets. This is from Victoria Emerson, another great costume jewelry. I think she's strictly bracelets. Isn't that fun? Victoria Emerson. It's a calf hair leopard bracelet. Anyway, that's my jewelry my jewelry speech for you. Okay, I want to see if anyone has any questions. If you do, I can see somewhat there, so let me know. I see Donna is here, so here's a little plug too for jewelry. If you're interested in like statement earrings and you're local to Acton, go over to Wish right in West Acton. They have great costume jewelry, really fun designs. So that's another little jewelry plug. Okay, jewelry, add personality to your outfits. All right, but again, it's relatively speaking, you're not spending that much on it. Okay, it's in the save category. So to review, are you still with me? We're going to splurge on our bras, our blazers, and our coats, inside and out, are splurge worthy. We're going to spend on our shoes and our pants. Again, by pants, I mean our black pants or gray pants, camel pants, jeans. You want the best pants for your body that fit you the best quality as you can afford. Same with your shoes. Again, with pants, if you want something trendy and wild, like I showed some paper bag pants today. They're a trend. I got those on Amazon for $25. I don't actually think I'm going to keep them. I think I'm going to return them. But if I were to do a trend like a paper bag pant, I'm not going to go spend $80 on them because they are a trend that chances are will be gone, if not next season or next year, very soon after. Whereas your black pants, you're going to have for several seasons, years, and you want them to be right, and you want to invest in them. So that's shoes, pants are your spend, and then your save are your things like scarves, t-shirts, and accessories. One other place to save, here's a tip for you: occasion wear. The holidays are coming. You might have a black tie event. Believe it or not, those type of events fall into the save category. Here's an idea. Rather than going and spending $500 on a dress that you may not ever have a reason to wear again, or that might go out of style before you have a chance to wear it again for some fancy gala, why not do Rent the Runway? Why not rent something? I was just playing around on that site today. They have some amazing designer clothes that you can rent for like $30, $40, $50. Some more, some less, depending on the designer. Rent the Runway is an idea. A consignment shop's an idea. Borrowing from your friend who's the same size is a great idea. And then, or going to the sale rack of like a Lord & Taylor. Lord & Taylor is a great place to find dressy dresses on sale at great prices. Now that said, you know my little motto of just buy the dress. If you see a dress that you know is going to be in style for a long time, that you know you love, that you would wear just about anytime, anywhere you had the chance, I do recommend to buy it. And maybe you do need to spend a little bit on it because it's the perfect dress for you. And that way, when the invitation comes in the mail to the black tie wedding or any wedding, you're not scrambling, trying to rent something, trying to even buy something on sale. You have it in your closet. So that's my one caveat to the occasion dressing. Just buy the dress if you come across it and it makes sense. If you have a question, take a picture of it and message me. I will give you my honest opinion. I give you that invitation anytime. Any of you who have hung out with me for this long on a Tuesday night, just send me a picture of the dress and I'll tell you what my thoughts are. All right, I'm going to see if anyone has any questions, and tell you I just thank you for hanging out with me tonight. And I do have a blog post. I'm linking here that I kind of freshened up. It's a blog post from 2 years ago about spending versus saving, and I'm going to post that here so you can reference that. It even has a little handy dandy graphic. But thanks for joining, and I'll see you again next Tuesday for Tipsy Tuesday. Bye for now.